just completed a 5-day water fast. What is that? That's water only. I consumed no food, water only. And the reason was because I had some kidney stones. So before that, 2 weeks before that, I did a 3-day water fast. And that was because I had kidney stones. I was just eating too many sugary stuff and cookies, actually, Timmy's, and ice caps, you know, any kind of sugary drinks. I wasn't getting enough water. So I had to flush the system. I said, I got to clean the system out. So when I had the kidney stones, I woke up on a Saturday, and man, the weekend was a write-off for me. That Saturday, I had a pain level 7 out of 10, and that's a lot when it's a kidney stone. When I got up, I was pacing, and then I just started to sweat. I just started to sweat. I went, oh my, man, am I ever sweating? I'm sweating a lot. Then I got sick. I puked. Yeah, the pain was so intense, I got sick. I felt a little bit better after, but no, the pain was still there. So I said, well, if the pain consists, I'll have to go to emergency. And the only reason I go there is just to get their pain medication, because regular Advil or Tylenol will not cut the pain. It just won't do it. And it was a lot of pain. I've had them before. Great time for a plane to go by. Yeah, making a lot of noise. So yeah, so what I did, I said we got to do a fast. So I did a 3-day fast. I think 36 hours, a little bit more on that, and I felt good. Oh man, it was bad, but the pain did start to go down, and I knew what it was because I was jogging a lot. And the day I jogged, I jogged to work every morning, halfway sometimes. And that day I jogged, I forgot. So when I'm working, I'm sweating so much. I'm not drinking enough water, but I'm so busy that I'm sweating so much that I'm not realizing. Also, when I jog in the morning, I'm sweating. So I likely didn't have enough water in my system anyways. And that day, the last day I worked that day, before I had off that Saturday, I sweat a lot that morning. My shirt was soaked. It was soaked, and I remembered that. And then going to work at the same time and sweating again and not drinking enough fluids. So it was my fault on that, not drinking enough water. Oh man, I paid for it. You will get kidney stones. They say if you keep up your water intake, really you're gonna have kidney stones, but the water's gonna flush it out. So yeah, so I think 2 weeks, 2 weeks after that. So yeah, I decided to do a water fast. So you know what, I got to do a water cleanse. Take a chance. Let's get this going. So usually on a water fast, 2 days in, your first day is not an issue. It's the second and third day. And the second day I had my headache, but my headache wasn't that bad. So I gotta say it was pretty good. You know, I've cut down on the sweets and the salt and that. But yeah, it went well. Not only on that, I like pushing the body to the extreme limits on that. So at the same time, I was going to work, I was still running. So on the 5-day water fast, I was still jogging with a backpack on. No issues. So once I got into day 3 and day 4, day 5, it was a cakewalk. It was like, I couldn't believe it. I was jogging. Like, man, I feel great. Lots of energy, lots of energy. That's every morning. Working, no problem. You get a little weak, but it picks up. It comes and goes, right? You get a little burst of energy. But yeah, it was great. I was totally amazed that I could jog the distance I jogged with no food for 5 days and drink water only. And every time, if you got hungry, well, I wasn't really hungry. Like I said, the hunger goes away. Hunger goes away after 4 or 5 days anyways. I was not hungry. Yeah, you're craving food, but I still was not hungry. I'd drink some water and I'd be happy. But I decided to go 5 days because it's been a while since I've done them. Like the following year before, I did so many, and I had to catch up. You know, had to go through another cleanse. So I did. So I completed another 5-day water challenge. It was one of my best ones yet. The benefits of that, oh, I feel great. Really, really great. If you haven't ever done one, do your research. Do your research first before you do it. You know, I feel great. You will get a headache because you're coming off a coffee or something like that, or ice caps or sugar. The sugar won't. Mosquitoes are biting me. Mosquitoes are out. Yeah, so what an awesome experience. And I always wondered, because I watch other videos doing water fasting, they go to the gym and work out. How do you work out? Like, how do you do that? Like, doesn't it deplete you? But when I did my other water fast, I always walked. I always walked an hour anyways. This time I upped it with a backpack on, a little bit of weight, and I jogged. Four days out of the 5, I think I jogged 4 days of them. Yeah, totally amazing. Totally the energy that I had was crazy. Yeah, so gotta say, if you ever tried a water fast, do your research. You're gonna lose a lot of weight. That's the reason a lot of people do it. Like I said in my other videos, if you go back, I have done water fasting before. I do it quite a bit. Yeah, totally amazed. Uh, my weight now is 185. I weigh 185 pounds. I was totally amazed. I didn't weigh myself before. I think way back I was 180 when I was doing the other water fast. I think last year or something. And I was jumping up. Even with all the walking, I wasn't losing weight. Even though I do 20,000 steps a day, 5 days a week or something, or I do more than that. But still, that's a low estimate. But yeah. So what am I saying? What am I saying? Brain fog, brain fog. Yeah. So you haven't tried one, do your research on it. But I lost, what, 15 pounds, I think? Yeah, so I likely weighed around 200 or 205. So I'm down to 185, and that's amazing right there. I haven't weighed 185 since I was 18 or 20 at the time. So I weigh 185 pounds today. Now, once I refeed, yeah, I'm gonna gain 5 or 6 pounds back, but if I maintain that, but you gotta realize, when you do a water fast, once you get through the hunger goes away. Your body's gonna go into ketosis. It's gonna start to burn. It's gonna feed off your fat cells. It's gonna start to live off of that, and that's what it does. And it's gonna start to burn fat. You'll be in ketosis, so you'll start to burn fat, and you'll be in that the whole time, as long as you're fasting and not eating no food and drinking water. Now, everyone's different. Some people drink black tea, no sugar. I don't like doing it that way. I like to do strictly water only. Water only, just clean. I don't like to take anything, no candies, no nothing. Everyone has their, well, if you take that, it's going to break the fast. I don't know. I like to do nothing. And you can also tell, I watched another video recently, the guy where he went to an area and he did a fast. He did a 21-day water fast. His tongue was white. So when you're fasting, your tongue will go completely white. I think that's from dehydration. That's what he said, it was from dehydration. I always get it. This time I didn't get it because I really upped my water intake. Yeah, so I didn't get the pasty. I was getting I can tell, you can taste it. So when you're in a water fast, in 3 days, your tongue will be, my tongue's fine now, but it would be pure white. It's crazy. It's like weird. Yep. So do your research on it. Totally amazing. 5 days. And I like I said, I incorporate this into survival or backpacking or camping. What if you got lost in the woods and you don't know what's edible out in the forest? If you don't know, how are you going to survive? So if I was out in the forest and I did run out of food, I know I can still walk I can walk longer than that, because I've done longer water fast, and 5 days is nothing. 5 days is nothing. I've done 10-day water fast. My longest one is a 12-day water fast. My goal is eventually to do a 21-day water fast. I can't wait to do it. I think those ones are, I think I'm going to do a 21-day in the winter though. I think it'll be easier in the winter because I don't sweat as much. I can drink more water. I think it's just easier in the winter to do a 21-day. So that's my goal. I don't know when I'll do that, but my goal is a 21-day. But like I said, I've done so many 7s, 10s, 5s, 3s. Yeah, 5 is the ultimate. What it does to the body, I feel great after. 100%. Body's just a machine, just pushing the body to the limit. And I was totally shocked that I could jog. That was the first time I jogged, because I've seen other YouTubers jog. They're always out jogging back and forth with no water fast, going to the gym. I'm like, wow, man, I'm impressed. But it can be done. Yep, so now I weigh 185. Totally impressed with that. Completed the water fast. What can I say? Happy. Well, yeah, well, that's it. Later. Oh yeah, please don't forget to click the like button if you like the video, and subscribe. I see 93% of my viewers are not subscribed, but they're watching it. But I always have other content. Mostly this is a positive channel. It's on backpacking, usually backpacking, camping, and I'm throwing in minimalist because I use both minimalist and backpacking, and it's what I do. It's what I'm into: minimalism, backpacking and camping, and cold weather camping, and lightweight gear, and backpacks and camping gear. That's mainly what it is. But it's trying to be a positive channel, you know. Squirrels. So yeah, please don't forget to click subscribe, like the channel, and I'll have more content up soon. Well, later. Almost forgot to tell you, another reason I was doing the fast is hopefully, another thing fasting does, if you have injuries in the body, it's supposed to heal the body quicker. So there's a lot of belief in that too. I don't know if it works or not, but hey, because way back 2 months ago, it's been 2 months. I don't know, if you watch some of my other videos, you'll see that I had these two fingers taped. I had these two taped. The reason is because when I was hiking, I fell and I fell back. I came over a little knoll and I slipped and I landed on both hands. And when I did that, I ended up breaking this finger. So I cracked this finger in here, but I also stretched the tendons in it. Nasty. I couldn't move it. It's been over two months and 2 weeks maybe. I'm just starting to get used to it now. I can just still bend it. It's how bad it is. Oh, nasty. So that's another reason I was fasting. I thought, hey, is this ever going to come back to normal? Because it's still fat. Like when I'm working, it'll swell up and you can only grab stuff. But before I was still using it, right? So I'm pulling. So yeah, so it was nasty. So I had these two taped to prevent this one, and it still wasn't working. By the end of the day, it was just killing. You're grabbing heavy equipment and moving it. I couldn't hold nothing. It was, oh, but I noticed right now, the last 2 or 3 days, the swelling's finally go down. It's not as fat as it was, and it still hurt. It still hurts. I can do certain things now that I'm glad I can. I thought, so when I go get an X-ray, I wasn't gonna. So it was a week after I get an X-ray. She goes, yeah, you broke it, but it's healing fine. She goes, nothing you can do. You taped it right, and it was kind of on you. This hand was sore too, but this one took the brunt. This took all the weight. So I did everything right, but I couldn't realize 2.5 months. Wow, man, that's a lot. That was nasty. That hurt a lot. But now it's fine. Like I can do this now. Before I couldn't make a fist. I could only like do this. I was like cupping it. I couldn't like do this. Same with this one, the one I cut before here on my other video where I cut it with my knife. It's all fat down here still, but everything feels fine down there. I don't push this. So when I go get an X-ray, get this. So I go to Emerge, get an X-ray. She takes on the X-ray, because I never done nothing with my hands before. I've broken bones before up here, cracked foot, whatever. She takes it. I'm like, how's she gonna get it? She wants an X-ray of this. So we do an X-ray of this. She wants an X-ray of this. She goes, okay, put your hand down. Because I'm holding the lead for the X-ray. You know, you gotta hold that over your privates to radiation. Well, I can't take that and hold that back. I can't. I don't. This finger doesn't move. I don't strike. It hurts. She takes it with Scotch tape, and tapes it. Puts a piece of tape there and takes that sore finger, and she does it so slowly. I go, oh, and tapes it back on the X-ray so she can get a view when it's like this, right? So nothing's in the way. But I couldn't do that. I couldn't like do this because my baby finger was hurting. Like I couldn't do this. She did that. She taped. I was really impressed. I go, oh, I'm really impressed how you did that. And she says, so when she's done, I'm sitting there going, I always wanted to stretch that finger that far, but I just didn't want to do it. But she did it very slowly. After she's done doing the X-ray, she takes it off. She grabs the tape. All I'm thinking is, oh, geez, I hope she doesn't just pull that tape and that finger comes flying back, right? Because that's going to hurt, man. She takes it off and she just gradually, slowly releases it back. I go, oh, thank you. She goes, do you see how I did that? She even knew, right? She knows her job, right? She knew. She goes, you see how I didn't let your finger slam back? I go, yes. And that's what I was hoping you would not do, let my finger slam back, because it hurts so much. But I can't believe it. You just bent it that far. Yeah, so it was cracked. So it takes about 2.5 months, and it's still sore. Like, wow, that's amazing. Yeah, so that was another reason I was fasting too, to heal up that, get rid of some kidney stones. That was the main thing, and eating too much crap food. But yeah, to heal that finger, that's the only injury I have right now. Other than that, it's a little sore foot, but that's normal. That's because I've been running and jogging, but yeah. So, forgot that little detail. So if you ever seen that in the video where it was taped, that's why it wasn't a cut, it was a broken finger. Never broke a finger before. I've had stitches before. Yeah, broken foot. Yeah, 2 places in the foot. Yeah, 2 places in the foot, stitches. Yeah, you know, all that good stuff. But don't forget to subscribe, please. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the like button. Helps the channel grow. Well, later.